All right, well, I think we're live here.
Cool.
So, I'm at my buddy Brad's place, and this is his 65 Rambler wagon. Cool little car. So Brad, tell me, what did this start life as? Like this, when you got this, this had the original drivetrain?
Yep, original engine and transmission, and a 232 with the Borg Warner automatic. Drove it for a couple of summers like that. No high gear, so I never went over 40 miles an hour. Got bored of that. Bought a 74 Travelall with an AMC 401 and a 727 transmission. Stripped the guts out of that and put it in here.
Yeah, so you took basically, in true hot rod form, you took the lightest car, the smallest, lightest AMC car, unibody construction, and you put the biggest engine AMC makes. This is a 401.
Yeah.
And if that wasn't cool enough, you went with a tunnel ram and it's a cross ram setup. It's super cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an Offenhauser low profile dual quad intake with Offenhauser ram adapters, and then two Holley 4160s.
4160s?
Yeah. Yeah, 450 CFM.
Two 450s. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of carburetor.
And this is a 727 behind here?
Yeah, for now. There's a T10 up on the shelving unit waiting to get installed, so.
Oh, right there, yeah. There you go.
And that's out of a 69 AMX, close ratio T10, cast iron case.
Very cool.
Yeah, and I've got everything for it. Bell housing, flywheel.
So Brad is a true AMC, hardcore AMC guy. And this is not the only one he has. This is a 65. He's got two of them, and he's got two 64s, I think you said?
Yeah, all wagons.
All wagons.
Yeah.
And wagons are super cool.
They're fun for the whole family.
Yeah. Wagons have been making a big comeback in the last 10 years. Customs, hot rods. You got kind of a theme going on here too. You got lots of finned aluminum. You got finned aluminum battery box in the back.
Yeah.
And of course these super cool scoops here. Finned aluminum scoops, finned aluminum valve covers. You know, I was a kid, very first time I was at the local track here, I think I was 13 or 14 years old, and a wagon rolled up into the beams, and I was like, well, what's this about, you know?
Yeah. And
then all of a sudden this thing yanks the wheels and runs like a low 11, a high 12, and I was like, man, that shit's fast. Like it just really, it was a thing that, you know, when I was a kid, these wagons were kind of, you know, so now when I go to the track, there could be a pro mod in the other lane, but I'm watching the wagon. They're super cool.
Yeah, there was lots of drag racing wagons. More weight on the rear end, so.
Yeah, they made a cool race car.
Yeah.
And you got some Go Fast decals here. This is vintage stuff. Like some of these are like that Holley decal. That's a vintage.
Yeah, that was an Amazon buy.
Very cool. And I noticed you got a radio block-off plate here too. Is that
like for a lot of guys, it's pretty, you know, it's hard to find like a Chevy radio block-off plate, but I have like 5 or 6 of those for these cars because it was probably more rare to get a Rambler American with a radio than without. So
very neat. And air correct tack.
Yeah, Sun Super Tack. proper hose clamp. New nice steering wheel.
Yeah, yeah, I like the wheel.
I've tried to keep it kind of a like late 60s hot rod kind of thing, so.
Yeah, no, I see you got a cool theme going here and I like it. And right now it's wearing some Kragers.
Yeah.
And I think you got some bigger wheels for it as well.
Yeah, there's brand new Kragers up there, 15s. And I've kind of been dragging my feet on that because the 14s kind of look like the right size for it. Because it's such a small car.
Yeah, they look good on there.
Yeah, they're crusty.
So what's in here for a differential?
It's a AMC 20, which is a Dana 40 out of a Gremlin. It's actually a pretty stout rear end, 8 7/8 ring gear. The big downfall with those was the two-piece axles.
Oh, okay.
Like the hub just splines onto the axle, and
yeah,
the nettles back off, and then you lose your wheel. So, but the plans are for a narrowed AMC 20 with one-piece axles. So, and maybe some more gear, because this is a 315. I'd like to go to a 354.
So we're at 315.
It's a 315, and I'd like to go to a 354.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Once I put the 4-speed in, hopefully this winter.
When like the AMC motors, like it would have been a lot easier for Brad to go with, you know, a small block Chevy, but you gotta admire guys that stick with the AMC stuff. This stuff's not easy to find. So you gotta admire the guy that sticks with the proper stuff, and he's gone with the largest engine that they make and put it in the smallest, lightest car in true hot rod form. But it's not easy coming up with these parts. This stuff isn't made anymore. There's some NOS stuff available, but some of it's hard to find. And the AMC engines, they actually had a high nickel content in the blocks, didn't they not? Yeah. Yeah, so they were good engines. I don't know if I've ever seen a bottom end blowout on an AMC of any kind.
No, you have more problems with valve train stuff, but you can
the upper end.
Yeah, you can adapt Chevy stuff to it, but the crank and the rods are all forged. So
yeah, they were well built.
Yeah.
Another AMC fun fact is the 360s, 390s, 401s, they all use the same block, kind of like Pontiac did.
Yeah.
But one way to identify it, you're not going to be able to see it in the video, but the side of the block is actually stamped with 401 on there. That was one way to identify these blocks from, or the engine, because they all basically were the same block. But yeah, they were stout motors. They were well built, but stuff is not. Brad has a lot of AMC stuff. He's got a large collection. He does have 4 of these wagons. He is building another one for his wife. There's lots of parts here. There's a cache of parts here that he's collecting to assemble another car.
Yeah.
I see you got a carburetor there.
Yeah, that's an AFD off of a 69 Rebel with a 290. So
very cool. And this isn't Brad's only garage. He's got another garage full of engines and cars, and
there's 6 or 7 engines over there. So
yeah, and I guess if you're gonna stick with the AMC stuff, you gotta collect the parts. You gotta know how to source it out. And
every time something pops up, those are headers for a Jeep Wagoneer or a Jeep truck.
Oh yeah.
So I have a few of those too. So
yeah, so it's not like with my Chevelle I can just pick up the phone and use my credit card and buy every nut and bolt. The stuff is reproduced, but when you're into the AMC stuff, it's a little bit more difficult. But he's resourceful. Very cool car, Brad. I like it.
Thanks.
It's one of my favorite in your all the stuff you have. This is obviously one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's pretty much my favorite too.
Like what's not cool about this? This is, and I see you're working on getting your hood. You got a hood for it.
Yeah.
Working on.
I was
getting some holes in it.
The hinges, but even with the hood up, it's really hard to get at the back carburetor. So I've got 2 sets of hinge pins, so I'll just put it all on hinge pins. Or hood pins, pardon me. But it's kind of fun running it without the hood too, so it gets a lot of attention.
Yeah. Oh, I know it does.
Yeah. Someday it'll get carpet and stuff. It'd be nice to have some sound deadening, heat reflective stuff. On hot summer days, your feet get warm. These are Hedman long tube headers, so also for adrenaline. So,
I don't know if you can catch it in the video there, but they're there.
There's stuff down in there. They're flat on the bottom too. I think you remember the first time I drove this, the V8.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I remember putting the 401 in here, and it was a lot of fun. Actually, it was the first time I ever, was involved installing a motor from the underside of the car.
Yeah.
But that's the way it's done with a K-member, and
yeah,
it actually worked really slick.
Well, the 65s never came with the V8, so the engine compartment's shorter, and if you look back here, there's no room to get.
It's pretty tight. It's a tight squeeze, but it does make it in there.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of fun that day. 3 hours from on the ground to running, so pretty good thrash.
And this is so you're going to see a lot of in my videos. You're going to see a lot of different cars. We're not all Chevy guys. We're not all Ford guys. We're a diverse group, and that's what I like about it. So if you're into Fords, we've got some Fords to show you. If you're into, AMC, here you go. There's going to be a lot of different cool stuff to show you. And with the whole COVID thing, it's kind of, I thought it would be a good idea to show off some of my buddies' cars, because there's no events to attend anymore, at least for this year. And our local track is closed indefinitely, which really sucks. So right now the only time we're getting out is to doing birthday cruises and things like that. And I don't know, I thought it would be a really neat idea to share some of this stuff with you guys. So, but there's Brad's AMC. Very cool. Well, thanks, Brad.
Yeah, no problem, Gary.
One super neat car.
I'll try and get another one running for you to take some.
Yeah, so we're gonna have more videos of cool AMC stuff. Thanks very much.